So a few years ago when I was beginning my journey of making money online and I was literally like in the trenches and everything like that, I learned something that at the time completely shifted my entire mindset and perspective on everything. And honestly, at the time, I didn't even know what happened, but looking back on it now, I realize it and it allowed me to find all the success that I wanted and that I was working towards, and it literally changed my life forever. And I just want to share that with you guys today because I want it to hopefully have the same effect on some of you guys watching this video as it did on me, so that you can find success and reach your goals and make money. And even if just one of you watching this video right now like actually applies this and changes your life, that would literally make my entire like year. And the idea of this video is going to revolve around the fact that if you have the right beliefs, you can genuinely achieve anything you want in life. And I know you've probably heard that before, and you might think that it's a bunch of BS, or you might think that it's like too hippie or too spiritual for you, but I'm willing to bet that it's because somebody never explained it the right way to you before. So just give me a few minutes here, and I promise like this stuff here will literally change your entire life trajectory. And this will be one of those videos that you look back on like a year from now after you found success and you're like, that was the video. That was it. So first things first, before I say anything, I just want to clear up the air, and I just want to let you know that like, yes, you can use this to achieve just about anything, but you can't achieve anything. Like stuff that's not within the laws of physics, you cannot achieve, right? So for example, if you're 4'6" and you're trying to dunk a basketball, you probably can't achieve that no matter how hard you believe and no matter how many reps you put in the gym working on your squat jumps or whatever like that. If you're 4'6", you can't dunk a basketball. But the reality is, with making money, there are people who have done just about any number possible with making money. Assuming that you don't want to make more money than Elon Musk, that means anything in there, in the middle, between 0 to whatever he's worth now at this point, is all humanly possible. And that means it's perfect for you because you can achieve the goal that you want. And the reason you can achieve anything you want in life, assuming it's in the laws of physics, is because of this idea right here. And it's that your beliefs translate into your emotions translate into your actions, and your actions translate into your results. And this isn't just like a saying or something. This is literally like science in your brain, right? So the easiest way for me to probably break this down is to explain like an example of this. So when I was first looking into ways to make money online, like before I even tried any of my business models, I was kind of like in that research or analyzing phase that most people fall themselves or slip into for multiple months. That was me for about 3 months at the start of my freshman year of college. I was like, dude, college sucks. I'm gonna start looking for ways to make money online. And during that 3-month period, after seeing all these dorks flexing on me and making 10K per month on social media, it like really pissed me off. But the belief that I had at the time was that making money online was a scam. Or maybe it wasn't a scam, but all of the people flexing their lifestyle on social media, they were all just like either like evil people that were just ripping people off by selling their courses, or maybe they did have a good course, but the money that they were flexing about wasn't anywhere near, it couldn't possibly be what they were actually making. That's what I believed at the time. And that's honestly fair, right? Because I grew up being taught that college is the only way and you have to go work a job for the rest of your life. And so when I saw that, I was like, dude, this can't be possible. And so the belief I had was making money online is a scam, which translated into the emotions of being pissed off and uninterested in trying to make money online, and almost being a little bit down because I like the concept of making money, but it didn't seem like it could actually happen. And so again, your beliefs lead into your emotions, and your emotions lead into your actions, which the actions then were, I would just keep scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Instagram, scrolling through YouTube, watching all these videos of these business models that sounded like they could work on paper, but didn't actually work, or didn't like, I couldn't see myself doing it. And instead I would just focus on my college classes, which, oh my God, don't even get me started on college. And so with those actions, the results ended up being I stayed stuck in the matrix for those extra 3 months. And so now the new belief that I had to go through in order to get to where I wanted to be, and I didn't even realize this again at the time, but I realized eventually that making money online is legit and it's possible. And so then my emotions turned into being curious, interested, excited, and determined rather than uninterested and unmotivated. And so then my actions, they started turning into watching educational content, taking notes, doing research, and actually trying different business models, like actually trying shit and trying to make it work. And the results, well, slowly but surely they translated into what they are now, but the results at the time were I made my first dollar online. I started finding certain business models that maybe weren't the best, but it allowed me to learn what not to do. And I started down the path of actually finding success, right? So let's talk about an example that maybe you guys have right now, because I think this is important. Let's just say right now, your current belief is, I just need, and this is like literally most people. So this is probably you, or maybe you've had this at least at some point. I just need the right business model, or I need to find the right business model, or I need something that's not saturated to be successful and make money. And so what happens is if you have that belief, then your emotions turn into being frustrated because you haven't found that business model yet that's not saturated, or whatever the fuck that even means. And you have low confidence, which means, again, your emotions turn into your actions. That means your actions are you just sit and binge watch content every day, and you bounce from business model to business model, never actually trying or making progress in anything because you think you need the right business model, or you think you need the perfect business model, and you never take action. And so you watch years, if not months, fly by of wasted time. I was talking to a guy the other day who joined my program. He literally was like looking into ways to make money online for going on 4 years while he was in college, and just now started taking action. And that's okay. At least now he's taking action. But imagine what could be done in those 4 years. You know how much time that is? And some of you watching this video right now have already wasted months just analyzing different business models or trying to find the perfect thing, when in reality, you just need to take action. And so the belief that you need to cement is that really every business model works. Now, some require a lot more skills and they're a lot more complex for beginners, but every business model can work. And so in reality, you just need to stick to one and stick with it. And so if you have that belief then, and you're just like, okay, the next business model I try, I'm actually going to stick to it, and I'm actually going to go all in on that, then your emotions become determined, confident, relaxed, because you stop looking around all the time for new opportunities, and you're just like, this is the shit, I'm going to keep doing it. And your actions become, you don't binge watch content all day, and you actually put in the work instead. And the results then, like, you might fail a little bit, you might fall off from time to time, bad shit happens to everyone, but you're constantly making progress. If you look at it from a month-to-month perspective, you're making progress every single month, and eventually you will find success and hit your goal. And so what I want to do is, I'm going to provide another example in a second because I think this is really important, but I actually want to talk about, there's like 3 types of people that have beliefs. So one person, like, it's like the worst case scenario. They're like, oh, make money online is a scam, or I need to find the right business model to find success with it. The second person has like a good belief, but they're almost like too smart. So let me provide you an example of this. Maybe you're watching this video, you're interested in starting info product sales, and you're like, I'm not a great closer because I'm introverted and I'm gonna suck and stutter on camera. That's like the worst possible belief. Some of you though are like, yeah, I could actually find success with info product sales. Or, you know, I could do decent with info product sales, but I'm not going to be able to close every single person. The people that actually win in this world are so delusional to the point that they think, like, for the longest period of time while I was operating my business, and I still do this to this day, I genuinely think that I can close at 100% close rate. And that belief, like, literally is wrong. Like, it's actually wrong. But as a byproduct of having that belief, it forces me to do actions that most people do not do by getting better, even if I'm closing at 90% already. And as a byproduct, my results keep getting better. Another great example of this is with info product programs in general. I've joined a lot of programs over the course of time. A lot of programs have literally like a 5 to 10% success rate. And they don't tell you this, but I'll tell you it. They have like a 5 to 10% success rate. And so most business owners have the belief that's like, if I create this program, certain people are going to come through, and it's just like up to them. If they don't put in the work, or if they don't see success, it's all their fault because I provided them the course. That's wrong. The right type of belief is, I'm going to help everyone I can to the best possible ability I can, and I'm going to give them everything they need, but it's still not possible to get 100% client success rate, which is technically true. But the third type of person genuinely believes, and this is what I believe, I genuinely believe that I can get to 100% client success rate. And the reality is that might not even be possible because people have unfortunate circumstances. Some people join programs and they just like totally ghost. But I genuinely believe I can make my shit so good that it can get to 100% client success rate. And that belief is literally wrong, but it's going to force me to do actions and put in extra effort to make my program the best possible thing in the world that most people aren't willing to do. And as a byproduct of that, I get results that most people will not get. And so take that and apply that to your own life, right? There's like 3 levels. The first is like a bad belief that's going to keep you stuck and broke. The second one is like a scientifically right belief, but it's not going to get you as far as literally having the wrong belief that will force you to do even better actions. Okay. And here's a third example here that might be able to change your life, right? And like this one is my personal favorite. So the belief is that making money online is hard and it'll take me a year to hit 10K per month. Most people think that they can make 10K per month in their first 30 or 60 days. The reality is, though, that's likely not going to be the case. Your belief should be making money online is hard, and it's going to take me multiple months, if not a year plus of work to hit 10K per month. But what happens is when you actually give yourself that time horizon of literally just committing to a year, your emotions become disciplined, determined, relaxed, and excited. Because if you think about it, it's only a year out of your life. And so then your actions become, you actually put in the work and you work towards your goal every single day. You set long-term goals rather than these short-term goals like, I need money now. I want to make money by the end of 2024. And you don't stop when your motivation runs low. And the results you get is a year of consistent work in which you will most likely achieve success hitting 10K per month. Okay? So how do you actually do this correctly? What you need to do is you need to actually get some sort of journal. I wish I had it on me, but some sort of like notebook, some sort of journal. And every time you are trying to make money online, or you're going down the process, or maybe even I've shared a couple examples here that are like, oh my God, maybe I do believe that, and maybe that's keeping me stuck. The reality is, though, you need to spend time alone with no distractions, with a journal, and you need to make a list of every belief that you have that you want to change. Basically, any belief that you have that's not going to be conducive of you seeing success. Here's another example. I talk to people all the time who are interested in joining Remote Sales Mastery, where I teach you guys how to make money online with info product sales. I talk to people all the time that are like from different countries outside of the US or the UK or Canada or whatever, where their primary language is in English. And they have this belief that because they have some sort of accent, or maybe it's not their primary language, that they're not going to find success with info product sales. And unfortunately, that is a self-limiting belief. Because if you even try info product sales, but you have that belief lingering in your mind the whole time, you won't find success no matter how hard you try, no matter how much work you put in. And so you have to reverse that belief. And you can't lie to yourself either. You can say, sure, my English might not be the best, but other people are making 5K per month without English being their first language. So why can't I? Something like that, for example. So again, you want to list out every single belief that you have that you want to change, and then what you want to do is you want to make an opposite list. And so you can take that belief and make the opposite of it, or you can do what I shared in the example earlier, where you have the bad belief, you have the better belief, and then you have like the best, where it's like literally insane or delusional, but it's going to force you to put in extra actions that are going to get you the best possible result. And then what you're going to do is you're going to repeat these out loud or write them down to reaffirm these new beliefs, to force them into your mind. See, the great thing is that us as young men, I'd imagine if you're watching this video right now, you're between the ages of like maybe 16 to 20, mid 20s or upper 20s at the max. Your brain is not 100% fully developed yet. Or maybe it is, but you've barely gotten to that point. And so since your brain is not fully developed, you're still very impressionable. And that means these beliefs are reversible a lot easier now than they are when you're 60 or 70 and you have cemented beliefs in your brain because they've happened for 60 years now. Like, if you're a 60-year-old watching this video, I'm sorry. If you think Make Money Online is a scam, it's going to take you like 10 plus years to try to reverse that, because you've had 60 years of thinking that making money online is a scam. Whereas you guys, a little bit younger, you can actually reverse these beliefs a lot easier. And so what you're going to do is you're going to repeat these out loud, write them down, and reaffirm these new beliefs into your brain and force them into your mind. And what's going to happen is when you start practicing this and reading out these beliefs out loud, your brain is going to look for ways to take these new beliefs that you have written down and try to reaffirm them. So maybe you thought Make Money Online is a scam, and now you have this new belief that Make Money Online is legit. And then you practice it out loud, you say it to yourself a million times, and then you're going to start navigating through life thinking that making money online is legit. And whenever you see it actually being legit, then it's going to reaffirm that belief into your mind and cement it even further. Hopefully that makes sense. And at first, when you start doing this, it won't seem like you're really doing anything or making any real progress. But if you stick to it for like months, if not years, sorry, I gotta like wake up my computer because it's giving me some light behind me. It's like pitch dark outside. But if you do this for like months, if not years, these beliefs will eventually get you to the point where you have the right beliefs and they're in alignment with the person that you want to be. And then you'll start putting in the actions that you need to do in order to become the person that you need to be. Right? If you have 10K per month beliefs, you'll start feeling 10K per month emotions, you'll start doing 10K per month actions, and you'll see 10K per month. And so after doing this and writing out the list and reaffirming it to yourself and blah, 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 what you need to do after that is you need to apply this idea to every aspect of your life, both long and short-term goals. If you actually want to succeed, you need to take full accountability for everything in your life. Most people, they go through life thinking that life happens to them. People are so conditioned by news and social media that they just go through life, things happen to them, and they just get swayed off course based on what happens in the world. But the reality is life doesn't happen to you. Everything you have right now is a direct result of the actions that you've put in up until this point. And the reality is, if you're not where you want to be right now, it is entirely your fault and it is on you to change it. And this mindset is hard to adopt at the beginning because it's painful. Usually, you're not right now where you want to be. That's why you're watching this video. But if you accept this and you actually realize, yes, everything right now, I'm not where I want to be right now and it is entirely my fault. If you accept this truth and you start to change one thing at a time, you will see results. And I can promise you there is no better feeling in the world than taking responsibility, going out, putting in the work, and then getting what you want and feeling the change because of it. All because of you, and you decided to put your foot down. There's no better feeling in that world. And that first win and that energy that you get from doing this the first time will usually give you enough energy to want to do it for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing after that. And you kind of just go down a path of getting positive momentum, and it just keeps rolling forward. And what that'll do is it'll eventually turn you into the person that you wanted to be all along. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, but to be honest with you guys, you might still be thinking like, oh, this is kind of like woo-woo spiritual type of stuff, and maybe you weren't prepared to watch something like that in this video. But I promise you that this shit right here is the shit that most people aren't willing to do because they think it's like too hippie or whatever. And so that's why most people stay stuck, because they're just looking for the next best thing or the next shiny object or the best business model. But if you actually apply this shit and you find the best business model and you do them together, you become indestructible, man. It's the reason why my students inside of my program have over a 90% success rate. I'm still trying to get it to 100, trust me, just like I said earlier. But there's a reason for that. It's because we talk about this shit and we do this shit. It's not just like, hey, we have this flashy new opportunity to make money and you're just gonna come in and follow this roadmap and get results. No. There's inner work. You see, when you do the inner work, eventually the world around you reflects as a byproduct of that. Most people, though, they skip the inner work and they just focus on chasing as much money as possible, and the money keeps running away from them until they do the inner work. And so this video is probably one of the most important videos on my channel, so if you watched up until this point, congratulations. You might actually be somebody that will find success, because most of the retards, maybe I shouldn't say that word on YouTube, but most of the idiots that are just looking for like short-term dopamine and just like fast stuff and new shiny objects, they clicked off by now. So you might actually be the type of person that'll find success, and I congratulate you for that. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching where we go in depth and we go like 10 times further on this shit right here, but then we also pair that with business principles, the right business model, how do you actually make money, how do you elevate your skill set so you become more valuable to the marketplace, and if you're desperately wanting to make 5 to 10K per month and you want a process that will actually guarantee it because we do the inner work and we do the logistical stuff, then I'd like to send you an invitation to join my one-on-one coaching program. Now, I'm not going to force you to buy or anything like that. What you can do, though, is you can apply for one-on-one coaching using the link in the description, and you and I can jump on a conversation, friend to friend. I'm going to ask you some questions and kind of get a good idea of where you're at right now in life, and also where you want to get to, some of your goals. And then if it makes sense based on what we talk about, I'll show you how I can help you, because I've been through it myself. I've now helped multiple students go through it as well. And I can help you. You're not special, you're not unique. Just like everyone else, you can fix yourself. Thanks, guys. Take care.